Good morning. Today is Monday, June 3rd, 2024. Happy June. Last month, May, was shredding month. It was good to see so many of you who participated in our complimentary shredding opportunity. We capped it off last Friday with an open house, and also good to see so many of you come out for that. So thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule to do that. I can report that we destroyed almost 96-gallon tubs of confidential personal paper that will not get into the hands of any crooks. So kind of like a large trash can, we got rid of almost 9 large trash cans worth of confidential paper. So that was a good thing. So in that same effort to help protect you, I also recently hosted 2 presentations. They are now on the website. You can see 30 minutes to savvy cybersecurity, as well as hack-proof your smartphone. The recordings are now available on the website. Both of them, but particularly the hack-proof your smartphone, are great to watch in the recording because you can pause and do the different steps that I talk about in those presentations. So if you haven't had a chance to look at that, I encourage you to go and take a peek. Looking ahead, we have our next quarterly client appreciation event series titled The Mindset of a Winner, featuring Elizabeth Beisel, a distinguished 2-time Olympic medalist and 2016 U.S. Olympic team captain. So that's also on the website later on here in June. You can get all the details again on the events page. So if you go to the website, go up to communications here, and then click on events, you'll find the recordings to past videos, past presentations, as well as details on upcoming ones. All right, so let's take a look at what happened last week. Stocks edged lower in the final week of May as fresh news on economic growth and inflation failed to inspire investors. Life is too short to worry about what the next headline could do to your life savings. Hi, my name is Eric Hagan, and I keep my thumb on the pulse of the economy and the markets so my clients can focus on the things that are actually important to them. Thank you for joining me the next few minutes on today's weekly economic video update. Aside from a late day surge on Friday, it was a mostly negative week. We are still in the green looking back over the past 1 month time period, as well as year to date and 1 year trailing and so on. So we are still a year to date, up just over 10% on the S&P 500. And then you can see all the returns for those other indexes over the different periods of time as well. So the pullback wasn't enough to put us into red for the year or even in the last month here, but we did have a mostly negative week. It wasn't that negative, but particularly due to this late day surge that I'll talk about here in a second. So looking at the 10-year Treasury yield, it is down over the past month, down 3.84%. Holding at 4.51% at our last reading. So again, remember, when yields fall, so when yields come down, the value or the prices of bonds rise. So markets shrugged off news that the first quarter gross domestic product was revised lower to 1.3% from the initial estimated 1.6%. Despite concerns that the economy was cooling faster than expected, investors did not believe the update was enough to influence the Fed's decision about adjusting short-term rates. On Friday, investors were on edge, awaiting an update on inflation. You can see that decline there early in the day, the first half of the day. The Fed's preferred inflation indicator, called the Personal Consumption and Expenditures, or PCE, rose 0.2% in April, which was in line with forecasts. Stocks rose slightly in pre-market trading on the news, but were under pressure throughout the day as investors digested that inflation update. But in the last hour of trading, stocks staged a powerful rally, which you can see right here, led by the Dow, which had its best day of the year. On the economic front, last week's news was generally disappointing. The update on first quarter GDP was a bit discouraging, and several Fed officials gave seemingly more hawkish updates. Also, the Fed's Beige Book revealed modest economic growth nationwide. Yet, despite the drumbeat of bad news, stocks were resilient and closed only slightly lower for the holiday-shortened week. And of course, always remember that forecasts rely on assumptions and may undergo revisions over time. Financial, economic, political, and regulatory issues may cause the actual results to differ from the expectations that are expressed in the forecast. All right, as always, we will continue to keep our finger on the pulse, including any revisions in both the economy and the stock market. This week's key economic data that we're watching, we do have a busy week of economic data. We have today the ISM Manufacturing Index, as well as a look at construction spending. Tuesday, tomorrow, we get a motor vehicle sales report, as well as a look at factory orders. On Wednesday, we have that ADP employment report, as well as a look at the EIA petroleum status report. Thursday, we get a look at jobless claims, as well as the international trade in goods and services and productivity and costs. And then wrapping up the week on Friday, we get a look at the employment situation, and we hear from Fed official Lisa Cook. With SmartMix, of course, we primarily invest in individual stocks, cutting out the many hidden costs that can be found in today's investment products. Not a lot of companies reporting earnings. We do have a few here that we're keeping an eye on this week, but definitely a lighter week for companies reporting earnings. You can learn about our low-cost, fully transparent, and personalized approach to investing at smartmixportfolios.com. Lastly, later on today, I will be sending out our full update for the week. This update includes more than what I talk about here in these Monday morning recordings, including our popular weekly tax tip. Now, although filing season might be over, for most taxpayers, the IRS is available year-round for any questions. They also have a taxpayer Bill of Rights, which promises the level of service and information that you will receive when working with the IRS. In this week's update, we look at the 10 fundamental rights that you have as a taxpayer when interacting with the IRS. So if you would like everything that is in this email, including the weekly tax tip, you may subscribe at our website, www.investwithccg.com. Hey, this is Eric again. That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Here at Capital Consulting Group, we provide personal wealth planning and fiduciary investment management solutions for individuals, couples, and families. To learn how to see your entire financial situation, both today as well as every year into the future, go to clearfinancialfuture.com and watch the short 2-minute video. To learn how we give our clients' life savings the attention it deserves and to see how we're doing, visit smartmixportfolios.com. And lastly, if you'd like help investing your 401k at work, visit me over at 401kinvestmentpros.com. Thank you again for your time today. I'll look for you next week.